have no issues with really no one that's on Baddies USA. Clock it. I don't have no beef. I mean, you know, we already did the ones and the twos, whatever like that. So it really ain't no need. Like, I'm not mad at none of the new girls. Like, it is what it is, baby. I'm here to promote my business, show more of myself this season, and just give the dolls and the baddies and the bad boys and the girls, give us what we need, baby. But you never know how shit gonna turn out. I can't predict if I'm being too with this person, that person. I'm just coming in being me. I mean, I don't feel like I have no issue with nobody. Motherfuckers be doing little shit or whatever like that. But we'll handle that or talk about that when we get there. But as of now, like, them motherfuckers ain't even worth it. But everybody just keep wanting to scream my name. Like, that's the part I don't like. Like, you know, like, damn. Dolly this, Dolly that. Dolly this, Dolly that. That's all I fucking see and hear. It's Dolly this, Dolly that. But I really can't, so I can tell y'all to follow my TikTok.
I have decided, and it was a really tough decision, but I have decided not to do Baddies USA. But I will be making a special guest appearance because I do have some unfinished business that needs to be handled. But after that, that'll be my last season of Baddies. I will be quitting reality TV for good.
So what are you planning to do next?
So I plan to keep disturbing these bitches because that's what the fuck I do. And besides that, baby, I'm going on tour, okay? I heard you looking for a freak, My new single is out now featuring Sukihana and Shamar, alright? So y'all make sure y'all go stream that. Music video's out. Link is in my bio. And yeah, promoters, if y'all trying to get on this freak tour, hit me up. Stop playing. BTB, the motherfucking baddest baddie that ever motherfucking baddie. Bitch, 2-time MVP winner. And yeah, I'm out.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's your boy here, Wesley from A Connection TV here on YouTube, the one place in the World Wide Web where we actually adopt some of the connections despite our differences. And I'm here to talk to you about the two videos that y'all just watched, Miss Diamond the Body and Miss Dolly. Now, I want to start with Dolly because in my previous videos, I ranked her the lowest out of the three because she's with the ish and she always comes with the bull-ish and the shenanigans and the crazy and the, you know, at the breakfast table. She set it off at the breakfast table, throwing food. And the horse ranch or whatever they was or whatever you call it. She started off literally throwing shit at people. And this particular go-round, according to her, she has no problem with anybody. Now, of course, a lot of y'all can really get into the antics with it and get into it and read beyond what she said. A lot of y'all can be like, oh, that's because Tasiki is here and Tasiki ain't playing. Or that's because Krishan here and Krishan ain't playing. Like, a lot of y'all can be messy and automatically go there. But I don't think Tasiki really, Dolly really cares. We saw Dolly get it in at the auditions. Y'all loved her tremendously at the auditions because y'all believe that she ran through everybody. And I thought that she did run through everybody, but she came out of that situation injured as hell. She had a whole face mask, a face cast on. And y'all didn't believe or like feel like me about her like losing because out of all the girls she ran through in the auditions, none of the girls had that we saw through the edit had a face cast. And so even though she mink a lot of them, all those girls held their own for me, in my opinion. A lot of y'all don't really know y'all don't be knowing what's the best in the fight in, but it is what it is. I thought Dolly was cool. I thought she did what she needed to do to get on the show. I thought Summer did what she needed to do to get on the show, right? The first season for Dolly, she didn't do enough for y'all. I thought she was chill. I thought she was cool until I heard about the fake storyline. Then I was like, all right, okay. Is that what everyone does? Everyone puts on? We know a lot of these girls put on. What does put on mean for the slow people in the back? That means creating a fake storyline or fake beef so that the cameras can get some entertainment. every woman that has been on Baddies is not a put-oner, okay? But Dolly, for her first season, was a put-oner. And to be honest, I feel like a lot of ladies still put on to show face for the cameras. I'm not gonna name any names because y'all feel how y'all feel about y'all faves and y'all think everything is real. Y'all think that I don't know how much some of these people get paid. I saw those comments too. Okay, it's fine. No problem. But yes, a lot of these girls put on. There are some people that don't put on as well, though. I think Tasiki is one of those girls, and I'll just name Tasiki. She's just one of those girls that do not. No, I'm gonna name a couple girls. Sapphire is another one that does not put on. I think Mariah puts on, but she puts on for shit that she really feels or cares about. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple of put-oners, right? Even Diamond, during our interview, said that there's a moment where you put on. And by her definition, putting on is being extra in front of the cameras. But she still feels how she feels when the cameras are off, if that makes sense. So there are some people that put on just for, entertainment purposes, but they really feel how they feel. And then there are those that put on, create a fake storyline just to continue to beef. Outside of all of that, Dolly says she don't have any beefs. She even cool with the new crew of girls that came through. What? Stop playing, Dolly. What? Whoa. Now listen here. I'm going to say this. Now, if Dolly really don't come to Baddies USA with a chip on her shoulder and we get some natural situations that occur from Dolly and whoever else wants to run that in Baddies USA, I would be here for Dolly all day long. Let me tell you why. Because Dolly is a beautiful chick and Dolly has carried herself very well she carried herself very well in her first season. I just think, the first time being on there, maybe a little bit of nerves or whatever. And, she sees everyone popping and she like, oh, I got to get in this. If I want my salary to increase or remain, I got to get in this. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what she was going through in season 1. And then when she came back, she was like, all right, yeah, I'm with that. But now she's like, I ain't got no problem with nobody. And I don't care for what reason, I'm here for it. I am here for it. And then, speaking on the last video that we just dropped about, Tibby versus Lex, one thing that it was a lot of comments on there. I love the comments. The comments help the video. The likes help the video. The engagement helps the video, right? Because I like talking to y'all on a real tip. I just need to find something that I'm interested in and talk about. And I'm interested in Baddies, not because I really care like that about what the girls are doing on the show, but when you get to talk to these girls and you text these girls and you get to know these girls, you connect with them, all right? And my brand is A Connection TV, a connection through TV. So I need y'all to connect with me, all right? I need y'all, even though we might not agree, we can adopt similar connections, keyword, despite our differences. Yeah, I don't care about how a lot of y'all feel. Like if we're not on the same side, it's okay. Like everybody has an opinion, everybody has a view, everybody has a thought, and everybody's opinion, view, and thought is valid. Okay. But a lot of y'all were bringing up the fact that Lex is 23 or 24. For me, age is nothing but a number. Okay, because we could have a 23-year-old, a 24-year-old, or a 22-year-old be way more mature than somebody that's in their 40s. I have witnessed it. I have seen it. Okay, so I'm not going to use her age as an excuse. Y'all might, and that's cool. If that's how you vibe, that's how you vibe. But I know some 23-year-olds that are millionaires. I know some 27-year-olds that are 100,000-aires. Okay, they're working. They got their own spot, their own car, and they ain't trying to get into the business like that. They're very, very professional. So age to me is nothing but a number. And then a lot of people end up with their degrees at that age. You know what I'm saying? So you get your bachelor's, you get whatever you decide to get, 24, 25, 26, whatever you went for, you in your 20s, you're mature. I don't know if she got her degree or what she's doing. I'm not sure. I know she used to play basketball. That's cool. But all I am saying is I'm not using age as an excuse. Ivory is young too. I mean, Ivory threw piss on someone. Maybe we could blame that on her age. But I saw a great progression in Ivory from season to season to season. And Ivory and Lex started at the same time. So I compare them just by saying age is nothing but a number. So if that's what y'all want to attach to Lex, hey, y'all can attach that to Lex all day long. I mean, Lex came out on the video and said, I am young. I got some learning to do. Cool, let's blame it on a number. That's great. But I am looking for Dolly. I think Dolly's in her 30s. To really come through and not throw horse manure on anyone anymore. Let's not go to any ranches because there's a ton of farms in the United States of America. Let's be clear. Let's not go to any ranches. You know what I want to? I want Dolly to go through this whole season without an injury. Oh, wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something of another goddamn? Because, baby, when she was in the auditions, I was for her. I was with her. And she walked away with the face cast. I said, no, Dolly, you lost. Like Tinka's face. I think Tinka gonna run it with. Y'all think Tinka gonna run it with Dolly? Baby, you know what? Out of all the matches, the only match that I would be entertained by or be like, oh snap, that's a dope match, like equally yoked match, is Tinka and Dolly. Because let's be clear, and y'all may not agree, it's okay. It's okay. We can adopt similar connections despite our differences. Diamond versus Tink was the best fight, or top three fights in Zeus Baddies history. Top three. And in no particular order, number 2 was Kashawn versus Persuasion when she dumped her in the sink. Crazy work. Crazy work. For me, crazy work. And I'm not talking about reunion battles. I'm just strictly sticking to the seasons. And then number 3 fight, which was like the best, was Krishan and Jayla versus Rolly and Slim. Crazy work. Crazy work. That was like, wow, what? But I honestly think Diamond and Body versus Tinker was number 1. I just think it was because it just naturally happened. It naturally went down and it naturally lasted for a long time. Then number 2 would be the 2 versus 2, Krishan and Jayla versus Rolly and Slim. Then, number 3 would be Krishan and Persuasion. Y'all can leave y'all favorite 3 fights in Baddies all-time history down below, okay? But Dolly, I'm here for the course correct. And I brought up Lex because y'all was saying that, oh, she got jumped, so of course she's going to want to continue to run that. But Dolly ran it with Pretty P practically all season long. Then they had their reunion. Then they came back on Baddies Africa, and Dolly walked up to Pretty P like, we not fighting no more, right? We good. We good, right? We cool, right? We had what we had. That was last season, right? I can't, if 2 peas in a pod, right? Let's say 3 peas in a pod. You got Dolly, Summer, and Lex. I can't want for Lex to say the same thing to the girls. Yo, we did that last season. Let's move on. I can't want for that. No, Wes. Tavy be talking a mess. No, Wes, they jumped her at the reunion. Okay, that was so last season. Anyway, y'all got what y'all got. Y'all do what y'all do. Y'all feel how y'all feel. Diamond and Body. So me and Diamond were supposed to come back together in October to do an interview, but our schedules just did not match up. Diamond been in and out of Atlanta, and every time she comes, she's like, Wes, what up? Wes, what up? What up? Let's talk, Wes, what up? Diamond, I love you, baby. Congratulations on everything you got going on. Yes, we still need to have that in-depth part 2 convo, but Diamond not wanting to do Baddies, I completely understand. I get it. Diamond is, in her 30s, I believe, as well. And just let me take this moment to congratulate Diamond. Diamond has always invited me and my assistant out to be a part of what she's got going on, right? Diamond trusts the situation over here, okay? Let's be clear. And then, you know, I just think she a dope ass chick. And so as I see and watch her progression moving upward in a positive, more positive atmosphere, because Baddies is not a positive situation. Baddies is a stressful situation. Baddies is a chaotic situation for these women. Okay, let's be clear. But when I see Diamond elevating and elevating and elevating, she's always out. She's going everywhere. She is a workaholic, appearance after appearance after appearance after appearance after appearance. And I've seen her in her chill, like, I just want to, like, what's going on mode, like, damn, this is a lot mode. And I've seen her in her, what's the, you know, and it's just, I respect her. I do. And it's like when you get to a point where you understand these women on a personal level, that's a lot of the reasons why I don't come on as myself. I just be more and act up and carry on. But also with that, yes, you can get the laughs and the shit's naive, but it's not, you can't connect with that. You can laugh with it, but you can't connect with that. So it's like, I wanted to come on as myself because I respect a lot of these women. I really do. And then a lot of y'all think that I just don't like them and I'm biased and all of that. But Diamond, shout out to you, love. I'm happy for you. Congratulations on everything that you got going on. You know, I'm just a text or phone call away. Me and my assistant, we got you. We got you. So when you're ready to come back for part 2, baby, we got you. I also have interviews and stuff lined up with other women. A lot of them are on Baddies USA now, so you know they gotta film their season, but they trust your boy over here, so they coming back. Outside of that, I want to touch up on one other thing, and I lost my thought, and that's okay. We can come back for another video. Listen, I'm curious. Do y'all think that Dolly is gonna be a changed woman? Not so much a changed woman. Dolly, I don't think Dolly is gonna let anyone talk to her crazy. But I just know that in my heart of hearts, I feel that Dolly is tired of getting injured. I feel it. There was a viral clip that was going on social media where it just was showing all her injuries and just injury. I'm sure she's tired of it. I'm sure she is. But that's what I was going to ask you. What are your top 3 favorite fights of Baddies US? Not Baddies USA, but Baddies, period. And what is the one fight, the one that you want to see in Baddies USA? And again, for me, is Tinka and Dolly. That's the only one I care about. I don't care about Tinka going after Cold Killer. It's the weight size for me. And you know, people want to be like, oh, you can't talk about weight. Yes, we can. Because that's the sole reason why Lex fought Jayla. Jayla was beating up people smaller than her. And then Lex became a person that was beating up people smaller than her. So we can go there if we want to go there. But for weight, and like for scrapper to scrapper, and for energy to energy, Tinka and Dolly, that's a match. And I don't want to see the girls fight. But if there is a fight, that's the only one I want to see. Now, is it possible? Let's bring it in real quick. Is it possible? Impossible. Or it's possible for Baddies USA to not have any fights at all. It's possible for Natalie to actually be in a house with all of the women, because that's what we really want to see anyway. I would be cool. I would be cool for Real Housewives meets Baddies USA version of Baddies. Learning about these women, understanding these women, and them actually being baddies. And then, oh, wait, what did you say out your face? Comes along once or twice or 3 times in a season, and the girls want to run it because it naturally happens, and it's not some he said, she said, or some social media bullcrap. I want to see that. Nunu versus Cold Killer, I don't want to, that's trash. I don't want to see that. I love Nunu, gorgeous girl. We supposed to have her. Oh, but see, some shit with that. Some shit went down with that. But, baby, y'all think I don't know much. But, baby, we like you, Nunu over here, Nunu. You know. But I don't want to see Nunu and Cold Killer. I really don't. I don't want to see Tasiki and Summer. I really don't. But it's like, who are these girls really going to battle with for real? Because majority of the girls get along. Like, we just had, what's her name? Big girl, that's the scammer. What's her name? I forget her name. I'm so sorry. Is it not Slim? Smiley. I knew it was some with an S. Her. She was on live with Tasiki, saying she has no problems with anybody. So what are we really going to get with Baddies USA? Listen, I'm here for it. I don't want the girls to have any problems and, just give me a Real Housewives of United States of America kind of version. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with that. But, Diamond says she only going to be a special guest. She going to come on. She going to do what she got to do, and then she bouncing. That clearly means with Natalie. That's clearly what that means. But what's interesting about that, Natalie is always the one bringing in the special... Natalie always the one bringing in a special guest. So can y'all imagine Lemmy or the powers to be telling Natalie to welcome the special guest and Diamond? Diamond come out the airport greeting Natalie, and then they're running at the airport. They're running at the airport, and then Diamond like, all right, I'm done. I did what I needed to do. Doses. Could you imagine that? How is Natalie welcoming Diamond back? Anyway, I don't want this to be a 40-minute video. I love y'all. Thank y'all for y'all comments. Okay, y'all comments to everything. And I think I replied to just about everyone, even the ones that did not agree. But I do want to give a shout out to at least a couple of y'all. And we going to do it like this. All right, we got a comment from Chrissy. Also, I don't think Lex is a bully, but you can tell she just learned that she can fight and likes to show it off. Kind of corny. I think she'd be likable if she didn't focus on fighting so much. And I replied to that, you know what? You could be onto something. And then she says, seriously, or he says, seriously, she's the good girl who discovered fighting and never went back. Now, quick little thing. I don't know, when I thought about your comment, and I'm thinking about it now, I don't know if that's necessarily the case, because when Ivory and Pretty Pete ran it with her on the van, she was ready. She was on go. She was on go, and she was already doing that, when she came off the van. So she was already giving that. So I don't know. I don't know about that now that I think about it. But I do like a comment. One more comment. Lex is a bully. How are you going to keep fighting someone just to that you keep beating? She is immature. Fauna was right to ask her if fighting makes her a bad girl. I would wager she is going to be mute when Tasiki is present. I'm not for jumping, but if anyone needed that, it would be Lex. All right now, that's how y'all feeling. That's how y'all feeling. And that is from Fabian Collins, 1952. Mon Krona, 4471. Being bullied by a 23-year-old is crazy when Tavy is 37. You know the show you signed up for at her big age. Okay, well, y'all talking about the age. I already said age ain't nothing but a number. Because you could be in your 40s and still get beat up by a 20-something-year-old. You could be in your 50s and still get beat up by a 30-something-year-old. It's not about your age. It's about whether or not you can beat the person up or fight the person. So that's just how I feel on that. But, to each his own. Then we got Breezy Be Cool. West, I feel you. I used to love Lex last season. I can't stand her now. Just by who she affiliates herself with. She turned into another Summer and Dolly. Outside of starting fights and fighting, they bring nothing. I'm not with the jumping, but I'm down for Lex. Dolly and Summer getting jumped because they always jump. Okay, yeah, let's be clear. I'm not for jumping either. So what I said in the last video, that I don't know if I said she deserved to get jumped or I can understand, but I believe I said I can understand. Because if you have the same bully or same person that's beating up on you, just hypothetically speaking, my enemy of the enemy of my enemy. No, well, they're not enemies. Fauna and Tavy like each other. Fauna and Tavy was just over it. And from the clip that I saw, I see Fauna jumping in because Tavy, I think Lex was getting Tavy on the couch or something. And so Fauna jumped in. It's the same thing that Anna did with Kiva trying to stomp her in the face. It's the same thing that Cold Killer did. It's the same thing that Dolly did out of nowhere when it came to, Dolly fighting Fauna. So technically, the only time Lex attempted to jump someone, because I think the only time that I was saying that the camera shut down. I think the only time that Lex attempted to jump, because I don't think she connected with Scotty, was when all of the big three came out and went straight for Scotty, right? And so Lex already has it in her mind, like, she gonna jump. But she hates when it's done to either her girls or to someone else. She hates when it's done to her girls, but she has the intention of doing it with Scotty. Now y'all gonna be like, oh, cause Scotty jumped, da 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 da. Cool. Keep that same energy. Cause Scotty jumped Summer, right? Stay with me. Cause Scotty jumped Summer. That's why Lex jumped in. Scotty didn't jump Lex. Stay with me. Y'all excusing Lex's behavior, so I want y'all to stay with me. So because Dolly jumped in on multiple fights, right, with Fauna's girls, Summer is getting that. I mean, not Summer, Lex is getting that. I'm trying to connect the dots here, okay? Scotty jumped in on an Anna fight with Summer. Fauna is jumping in or a Tavy fight with Lex. What's the problem? It's the same shit. It's the same shiznai. Okay, but whatever. Y'all gonna say how y'all feel. Y'all like Lex. That's cool. Whatever. Whatever. I just like the fact that Dolly is coming back mature, and I can't wait to speak to Diamond. Leave your comments below. I love y'all. And I'm going to say this again. I really don't care that much. I really don't. But it's just nice to hear y'all point of view. You know what I'm saying? Like, I watched the show. We watched the show. It's nice to talk about it. What's the problem? Deuces.